Hello, everybody. Welcome to another part of my practice series on Backgammon Galaxy. As always, if you like the content, please press the corresponding button. So today I'm playing Super Groover. I think I have played him already from Norway, but I'm not sure. Just get going. Three, I think I should split here. That's a good number. So hit and probably hit a second checker. Yeah, why not bring another builder into place? That looks good. Okay, is this good enough to cube? If I make the 5 point, I'm in good shape. Blitz potential. Okay, I will cube this, but I'm not entirely sure. It feels like even if I roll, yeah, something like 5-1, I can easily lose my market if he doesn't reply with a good roll. So I guess now I'm forced to go for it. Play for the blitz. Don't see anything else. Well, that kind of worked. I think I want to make my anchor for now. I'm perfectly aware that I won't be able to keep it for long. In this case, I don't think I want to make the ace point. I will be going for my 4 point. Since he has got a blot in his home board. 1. So now I guess I will make the ace. Yeah. I mean, if you now, I wished I could have attacked on the 4 point. So I will bring some ammunition down, just hoping to win the battle for the 4 point, which I don't, unfortunately. Now he really has a decent, now it's only a decent 2-4 back game. Do I really want to hit more checkers here? Don't quite see the point of improving his timing, so I won't do it. And his timing is not great, so my checker disappeared. I mean, I can imagine where it is, so let's just see what happens. So if I play the 6 here, then the 3 is here. Play the 3 here. Then I think he would like to hit me. I won't leave anything. I don't know if that's the right idea. That looks a bit bad, but I can play all numbers. And my hope is simply that he will crunch or that he will have to abandon the 4 point. If he rolls a 6, so that's what I'm hoping will happen. So I will keep the prime, I think, for one more roll. Maybe even like this. Looks a bit weird. Yeah, but it really pays off in case he rolls something like this. So now I'm not too afraid yet, I have to say. 6-5. Do I want to attack? I think the answer is no. Just try to get it home. So he's making some progress. No, now it's time to get worried a little bit at least. Yeah. Okay, next attempt to escape. This time successful so far. I mean, the race is now pretty close. Okay, running around. Yeah, I really would have loved to hit that checker since the race is so close, but I don't see what else I can do. Okay, he stays. That's interesting. I mean, it's rewarded immediately. However, I thought he is doing well enough in the race, but maybe I'm totally off here. It's all a little bit too quick for me. I mean, he's playing very fast, so really no time to comment on his plays, for example. Yeah, I think that was it, probably. Yeah, that's a clear pass. So that's what I mean. Yeah, he got the shot, but he also was doing really well in the race. So six two, probably just make the 4 point. He will probably hit two checkers, yes. Another good roll, a great roll for him. So I'm under a lot of pressure. I think that saves me for now. Saves the cube for now. And of course, that's the ultimate cube saver, at least for the next rolls, making an advanced anchor. So pretty much an even game. 4-1 is not a good number. Don't see the point of hitting on the deuce, on the 3, so okay, that's a great shot. We are in a mutual holding game. Yeah, Super Groover really wants to beat the speed record. Maybe he wants to finish the match without spending a second on the time bank. I don't know. I couldn't play that fast, at least not quality backgammon. I think, at least. Certainly not while talking. So cube will be approaching here. I fear 12 pips. My take point is lower. For money, it would be a pass, but since I have a lower take point, how bad can it be to take it? I mean, small pass. If it's a small pass for money, it's a clear take at the score. So not too worried here that I made a big mistake because of that. And of course, I have to be really conscious that with with less of an advantage than usual, I should reship it. However, I have to roll something good first, so that's a good start, but still no recube here, certainly. Now, still no recube. Certainly not now. Things looking that nice, not good anymore. So he's still at 7 minutes. Okay, at least in double fives territory. So is there any way that I can take them off on double threes? No, there isn't. So double fours it has to be if I get a chance, which I don't. Okay, down for nothing, so have to be prepared to cube early. So this almost certainly will end up in a cube by me. Like now. Okay, think I want to go for the prime. Okay, so I can make my 5. I can attack him. It's interesting. He has a blot, so if I hit like this, he hits me back, then I can hit back myself. But that looks just really ugly. I mean, this also puts a lot of pressure on him. Looks much better to me, so I will do it. Great shot by him, gets the anchor. So now gammons are out of the question. Good shot by me too. Way ahead in the race, so I will give up the anchor in order to make the prime. Now the race has gotten closer, so maybe I want to stay back and build my board even simply because I don't feel like that this additional contact favors him. So let's see, will he spend a second of his time bank? Yep, he did. So this is not too difficult to play, I think. Okay, so want to keep the prime, want to keep the board. So not much choice. So I'm also playing pretty fast. I don't know if that is really necessary. I mean, clear from the rear feels not so great. But I'm ahead in the race. I can play all the numbers. Can get into trouble here, and I'm ahead by 22 pips, so I will just do it. I mean, should be able to play all my numbers. Okay. Looks good in this game. Looked good in this game. Yeah. Still okay, but okay, that's good. 4 checkers off. How bad can that be? Another 3 checkers off, so with all likelihood, we will be at 5 away, 3 away, so still more aggressive cube action than usual than at a normal score, but not quite as aggressive as at 7 away, 3 away. Okay, 6-2. Bad start for me. What can you do? But at least I got the anchor. So now I can play like this. It's only 7 pips, so that usually I would like to keep the goalkeeper, but with only 7 pips, being down 7 pips, I don't want to bury checkers on the deuce or something like this. Okay. So since we are not in a gammonish position, he should double normally. So 17 pips should be a small take, but certainly no bargain. Okay. Standard bar point holding game. He won't leave a shot now, so I also can leave. Maybe he will now. Actually, that's okay. I think maybe he should have volunteered here because my position will only get better, but he doesn't need to. I mean, by that I mean he could have considered playing two checkers down from the midpoint since I had two blots in my board, but we will see. Maybe I remember for the analysis. So this is a pretty boring race and doesn't seem that I'm able to make it exciting. So even after double sixes, okay, that seals it. So I don't know if it's because he's playing so fast, but I'm also playing a lot faster. This is just action training here, almost like speed, but that's okay. I don't think I'm good at speed. I'm not playing speed very often. So yeah, since we are in a practice session, it's a good thing to practice, I suppose. So at the score, as most of you know, gammons don't matter. I mean, it's tempting to clear my bar point here, but it's only 10 pips and almost all his threes are coming with a covering number. So yeah, I don't see the need really, since I'm not ahead in the race by a significant margin. Yeah, this looks horrible. So he has a blot. I think it's only ace-5 that hits and covers. And that gives me more flexibility, and then later he will get into trouble. Yeah. On the other hand, if I don't roll sixes on the next roll, I mean, he has to move. So it feels like against a strong board, and without a convincing racing lead, I will just play safe. Okay, now I have to leave something. And we are again in a bar point holding game. So I better hit something. Do I want to stay in the match? So I certainly shouldn't start by leaving a shot myself. So yeah, that seems to be a quickie here. Yep. So I'm really curious about the PR. I played fast as well. I mean, not his lightning speed, of course. Okay, I guess still have a chance. That was it. So, good game. And let's see the results. I didn't see anything really bad that he did, so I think he played really well. Seems like he made some mistakes. Yeah, let's have a look. So we both played well, as you can see, and I checked it. I played him already in this series, and he won the PR last time, but lost the match. So this time it's exactly the other way around, but still great performance by him, and I'm also very happy about my performance. So let's look at our biggest mistakes. Mine, as far as I've seen, were mainly in the first game, the back game. So let's go to game one. That is okay. Here we go. So first one, I thought I can go for the 4-point exploiting his plot, but I violated some rule from my new book to hit or not to hit. That rule states once you hit on the ace and get missed, you usually should make your ace point. It's better to have the ace point than leaving a blot there. And as you can see, this is not an exception, which is a bit surprising for me because, I mean, that's a point behind his anchor, putting another checker out of play. But yeah, have to look at that a bit more. But so that at least it confirms the rule, and that happens when you try to find exceptions to rules that are actually pretty good. But I don't fault myself too much. I really thought the 4-point, if I make the ace point, so then I don't have enough material to get the 4-point, and I thought that was important. This next one, I just made reflexively, I made the bar point, but he's already in a back game, sort of. And yeah, my idea was to really force him into the back game, like making the prime. However, the problem is the bar point is the most difficult point to clear later against the 2-4 back game. So XG doesn't want me to do that. XG wants to escape the backman, stay flexible. But yeah, I have a hard time. I mean, still not making the bar because I felt with the protection of the prime, I can move my checkers around the board, but maybe it's too stripped, not flexible enough. Difficult play for sure. Yeah, this is always the question, when do you hit in back games? So that's one thing that I will tackle in volume 2 of to hit or not to hit. Maybe this position even can make it into the book, but certainly there's lots of good stuff out there to use for the analysis. So my thought was his timing is, yeah, a bit shaky, but probably, I mean, he's down like 60 something pips after the roll, so it's pretty decent. So it's hard for me to destroy his timing. And as you can see, hitting solved the problem basically of getting the back checker, the last checkers home, and certainly wins more gammons. I should have noticed this. So, but I mean, I did notice this, but I thought that my play wins many more games, but it's not the case, as you can see. So yeah, further study required, I would say. Okay, the next bigger mistake. Yeah, I was contemplating the correct move. I thought he would happily hit with the 6-4 and 6-5. And I thought that this in the end, it's not that inflexible. I can play all my numbers, but I can see that this is more flexible and prepares clearing points. Not such a big deal. Again, very difficult. And all these mistakes that I made here are certainly not mistakes because of commenting or not being concentrated. These positions were just quite difficult. I'm owning you the cube action in this game. A bit too early, don't fault myself for that. Many threats, it's simply that he wins so many games with his structure, no man on the bar, and my structure is a bit bad with the stack on the 6 and then the 3 and the 8-point stripped. Well, but yeah, no problem here with that cube. Hard to tell. I knew that it must be close, but yeah. So small no double, and just to show you, and once you realize you have a blitzing formation, and then that's your game plan. So it would be a big mistake to do anything else but making the double tiger play here. So that was game one, and not many mistakes by me after that. Can't remember the game. That was the cube action. Yeah, standard take for money. It would have been just on the cusp, just borderline. But since my opponent is 5 away, then we have the 5 away rule in non-gammonish position in races. Your take point is lower, so you can take more than for money. So a borderline position for money becomes an easy take at the score when the opponent is 5 away. He should have cubed a bit earlier. Already here, I thought so. Racing lead is enough, and there's not that much contact. But not a big mistake for sure. So that was, in the end, uneventful, that game. And one of his mistakes. Yeah, if he wants to take the cube, he should play more flexible. So he just put a checker on the 6-point. That is rarely the best play. Very early in the opening, if there are any alternatives. So this is more flexible. And I don't have much blitzing potential, so it's not that dangerous. I'm not excited to hit with the deuce and give up my anchor. So that would have been the way to go in order to take, because as you can see, the way he played it, it becomes a pass. Of course, that's a score thing. For money, normal score, that's still a very easy take. So yeah, nothing much happened anymore in this game. No big mistakes or anything. So we'll go to game 4, where I can see a mistake by him. Yeah, this is, yeah, I noticed it didn't notice it at the time, but I learned the hard way that actually really hates it, this stacking on the mid, stepping up with the back checker plays like this, when there is something more flexible available. So correct play is putting a checker in front of my anchor and playing with flexibility. So with some numbers, I even won't hit. For example, with the 2-1, I won't hit. And even if I do, he's still in very good shape. So yeah, that's play I didn't notice. Well, because he was playing at lightning speed. But yeah, so just keep in mind, really try to avoid stacking the midpoint and stepping up with the back checker if there is a constructive alternative. Cube action, Standard bar point holding game cube action. He is ahead by enough pips, and my take is also standard. Then there was a 5-3 that, which was exactly borderline. I just noticed oftentimes when you're running out of time and you have to clear the midpoint rather sooner than later, then you volunteer if you roll a 5x, especially with a 5-4 that leaves only 11 numbers, and especially when the opponent's home board is still weak. I mean, mine is not weak, but still has weaknesses. So borderline decision here. And then he rolled a double fives, and that was that. And Crawford game. The 6-2 in the end. Yeah, I was thinking about clearing the mid. Not a big deal, but I made the correct play here. And his play, I mean, I'm in trouble, so he can go for contact. So now he allows me with two big numbers to play checkers from the midpoint and get some more time. And here I'm really in a bind. So any 6 is bad except for double sixes. And he's benefiting basically from the extra contact. He's got more numbers to play, or in other words, he's freezing all my outfield pips. I cannot move freely with my outfield checkers, and he has still outfield checkers to move, so which is why he should squeeze a bit more and take advantage of this. His better flexibility and playability. And the rest was just uneventful, no chance in this match. All in all, as I already mentioned, good performances, and he really knows how to play fast and well. This was it. Please press the button if you found the content useful, and until next time.